Good afternoon. It was a Larry Barker investigation that sparked changes in how state settlements are handled. It also led to a state investigation. Larry exposed $1.7 million of sealed settlements for 6 state employees who filed claims with New Mexico's Risk Management Office in late November last year, claiming harassment, hostile work environment, and unfair treatment. This all happened in the final days of Governor Susana Martinez's administration. Well, today the state released the settlement letters in 3 of those cases. News 13's Jeannie Nguyen has more.
In May, a Larry Barker investigation found in the last days of the Susana Martinez administration, they negotiated a secret deal that cost taxpayers a total of $1.7 million. Sources say 6 public employees were given money in order to keep alleged compromising information about then-Governor Martinez under wraps. Due to his involvement, former State Police Chief Pete Caceres has first-hand knowledge of the case.
If the public was able to look at the facts of these cases, what do you think the public would believe?
I think the public would be outraged that these cases were settled without proper investigation.
When DPS Deputy Secretary Amy Orlando was transferred to another agency, she filed a claim against the state, charging discrimination. Her claim was settled for $300,000 without any investigation. After DPS Supervisor Terry Thornberry was reprimanded, she alleged discrimination. Thornberry claimed in part her work conditions caused her stress and she no longer walks her dog. According to an independent investigation of Thornberry's claims by an outside law firm, it did not find evidence of gender or age discrimination. Risk Management settled Thornberry's claim for $400,000. DPS employee Diana Desjarnette also claimed discrimination and the stress caused her in part dizzy spells. Risk Management did not investigate but settled her case for $300,000.
In your opinion, what are these cases about?
Governor Martinez, politics, greed.
Confidential sources involved with these cases told Larry Barker the claims were resolved out of fear that personal information about the governor might be made public. In a December 5th settlement demand, an attorney who represented 3 state employees referenced damaging information about the governor professionally and personally. In the same letter, the attorney writes, "We have compelling and irrefutable evidence of the governor's significant personal issues and instances of inappropriate behavior." Jeannie Nguyen, KRQE News 13.
Now, there were 3 other sealed settlements that will be made public on August 24th. A former Deputy State Police Chief Ryan Suggs, State Police Sergeant Monica Martinez-Jones, and retired State Police Sergeant Julia Armendariz. Now, Armendariz admits through her attorney that Governor Martinez directed her to record a phone conversation with First Gentleman Chuck Franco. Those sources say Franco made politically explosive comments about his wife. The former governor denies that claim. If you would like to read the settlement letters we have, go to alwaysonkrqe.com.